Week 2 of Wimbledon is finally here, and we are quarterfinals bound. Join me as I unpack all the action that you can expect and who may be the ones going into that semi-final. Hi guys, I'm Babsy and welcome back to my channel. In this episode, we are going to be talking all things week 2 of Wimbledon action, where we look forward to the quarterfinal stage of the tournament. Now, before we go into it, you know what it do. We need some strawberries and cream to make sure that we bring the Wimbledon action into my living room and into this episode. All right, guys, so we are down to the final 8 men and women in Wimbledon. My gosh, this got one. Okay, let's deep dive into the quarterfinal action that you can expect. I'm going to start off with the women's action. We have final 8 players, one from the top 5, because we have had so many upsets. So the fixtures that we can look forward to in this quarterfinal stage is Sabalenka taking on Siegemund. Then we have Bencic, who will be taking on Andreeva. Then Świątek will be taking on Samsonova. And finally, we have Anisimova, who will be taking on Pavlyuchenkova. So, Sabalenka is currently going for her first ever Wimbledon title. And she has to be one of the strongest players so far in this tournament. And she is looking to go the distance. But Siegemund is not going to make it easy for her. She is a power hitter and she works on those drop shots like it is nothing. So it's really going to be a mental game for Sabalenka. And if you watch that round 3 matchup against Emma Raducanu, what a beautiful match. Thrilling, exciting, what Wimbledon Grand Slam tournaments are made of. Sabalenka was able to channel that mental capacity to come back and not only from set down, but to go on and win the match and book herself a spot in that final 16. So mental game is going to be a high need for Sabalenka, especially against Siegemund. I think Sabalenka is going to take this one in straight sets. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you guys foresee an upset? Not yet. I think Sabalenka is determined enough, especially because of the upset that happened on the clay court. So she has a lot to prove for this tournament. And then we look at Bencic, who will be taking on Andreeva. Whoop whoop. Don't forget the bubbles. All right, so Andreeva and Bencic is more about experience versus the youth. So currently we have Andreeva, who is the breakout star and has to be the youngest quarterfinalist in the tournament currently. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup because it's the first time these two meet and they don't know what to expect from each other. So I think just the two players learning each other on their playing style, especially on this complex surface. Yeah, on this complex surface, we have a lot to look forward to. It's going to be an exciting matchup between the two, but I think experience is going to trump the breakout star, the youth. Bencic is also an Olympic gold medalist, and she was the junior champion of Wimbledon. So she moves so naturally on this complex court. So my money is on her. Plus, she has a lot to prove. 15 months back after having a baby. So, Bencic, I am for you, babes. You are taking this one and making your way into that semi-final. In the comment section, let me know. Do you think Andreeva Geneva. Need to work on the word on the names. Do you think Geneva has it in her to cause an upset, or will Bencic use her experience as a stepping stone into that semi-final? I think so. And then we have Anisimova taking on Pliskova. So between these two, Anisimova leads the head-to-head. But don't let that fool you. These two are evenly matched. They are both in form. And I foresee Pliskova causing an upset here against Anisimova. I think these two are going to give us a showdown and a 3-set thriller to look forward to. My money is on Pliskova to take this one in a 3-set thriller. But let me know in the comment section, do you think the American has it in her to go into that semi-final? But we will have to wait and see, because I think this has been the tournament of surprises. So many unexpected things have happened. And I may be wrong. Anisimova might be going into that semi-final, but Pliskova, I think that Han is going to come in with the win and book her spot in the semi-final. The final fixture that we can look forward to in the women's quarterfinal is against Świątek and Samsonova. So Iga doesn't have the greatest record on grass. This is one of the surfaces that she struggles with a lot. I mean, after all, she is the queen of clay, but she has improved so much. And I think this is going to be such a great matchup. But I foresee an upset here. I foresee Iga saying goodbye. I foresee her being knocked out of this tournament and Samsonova going into that semi-final. She's a big hitter. She has such great net plays. And that could be a challenge for someone like Iga, who is still trying to acclimatize to this surface. So I'm expecting a lot of pressure to be put on Świątek by Samsonova, and eventually taking the win to book her spot into the semi-final. In the comment section, let me know, am I wrong? Do you think the Queen of Clay can somehow make her way into the semi-final? It remains to be seen. And now we move on to the men's action. The men's quarterfinal is going to be an interesting one to watch. Haters will say I'm lying. Strawberries and cream, undefeated, with some tennis action and some bubbles. All right, let's dive straight into the men's action and what we can expect in this thrilling quarterfinal. The fixtures that we can look forward to, firstly, defending champion Carlos Alcaraz will be taking on the national pride of Great Britain, UK, England, Cameron Norrie. Cameron Norrie is the underdog, but that crowd roaring is what's going to keep him going throughout the match. But also, the defending champion is on a grass winning streak that Cameron Norrie will need to fight against. And it's going to be so interesting to watch. Sorry about that. It's going to be so interesting to watch. But I do think that Carlos Alcaraz is going to take this in 4 sets. I do think that Cameron Norrie will be able to at least put 1 set under his belt until he unfortunately loses against the defending champion. In the comment section, let me know, do you think that the national pride, Cameron Norrie, can become the underdog that shines through and causes one of the biggest upsets? Or will Carlos Alcaraz be able to continue his winning streak? And then we go into another fixture, which is Jannik Sinner versus Ben Shelton. So Jannik Sinner, world number one, has a lot to prove in this matchup, because if you watched his round of 16 match against Dimitrov, if it wasn't for the walkover, I don't think Sinner would still be in the tournament. So he needs to solidify his place and prove that he deserves to not only be in the quarterfinal, but make his way into the semis by beating Ben Shelton. But also, Ben Shelton is a heavy hitter. He has a deadly serve. We would need to also just work on his mental stability, especially against this world number one who is mature, plays in such a calm way, and can attack at any moment. So, yeah, I think this one, Sinner is going to take it in straight sets. Ben Shelton is a great player, but I do think that Sinner is determined to prove, especially judging from his performance against Dimitrov. In the comment section, let me know, what are your thoughts? Do you think that Ben Shelton can cause that upset? I do think he has it in him, but not for this tournament. And then another fixture that we can look forward to is Taylor Fritz taking on Khachanov. Yes, Khachanov. These two are big, heavy hitters. And I think when it comes to this matchup, it will be a matter of who can control the tempo and the pace of the game. Both baseline heavy hitters. So I think we can look forward to ace after ace after ace after ace. It's going to be who is able to get that break point. And I foresee us going into tiebreakers in each set between these two. Both determined, both deadly and heavy hitters. So, but my money is on Taylor Fritz. I do have like a mini soft spot for him. Over the years, he has grown on me. And I do think that he does deserve that first Grand Slam. If anyone can take it, Taylor can do it, especially mentally. That mental game that Taylor has, I have faith in him to go into the semi-final. In the comment section, let me know, what are your thoughts? Is your money on Taylor, or do you think that Khachanov will be walking away with the win? And finally, the fixture to look forward to is a legend versus the underdog. Novak Djokovic is gunning for his 25th Grand Slam against the unseeded Italian player Cobolli. Now, he's coming into this game, Cobolli that is, with nothing to lose. He's unseeded, he's the underdog, and he's willing to risk it all, put it on the line to make sure that he's able to at least fight for a spot into the semis. But Djokovic, on the other hand, is still fighting for that 25th Grand Slam. I do think that this is going to be a 4-set thriller that we can look forward to, but my money is on the 24 Grand Slam champion to go into the semi-final. In the comment section, let me know, in that matchup, who do you think will be going into those semi-finals? So, my prediction for the semi-final, on the women's side, we have Aryna Sabalenka, who will be taking on Belinda Bencic, and we will have Pavlyuchenkova taking on Samsonova. I said what I said. And then in the men's side, we will have Novak Djokovic taking on Jannik Sinner, which is a rematch of Roland Garros semi-final. And then we will have Taylor Fritz taking on the defending champion, Carlos Alcaraz. Let me know, what are your semi-final predictions in the comment below. Don't forget to press that subscribe button and make sure that you switch on the bell so that you are notified every time a new video drops. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.